What's really, really good, y'all? It's your boy Aaron Bevins, the Millennial Entrepreneur. We're incredibly excited because I got a whole lot of value to drop for y'all, with y'all today. And we're going to get right to it. No fluff. We're going to be going over exact step-by-step process in this training on how to hit six figures to seven figures or more wholesaling real estate virtually, in person, however you want to run it, however you want to say it, is going down. Holy smokes, man, y'all are showing up crazy. IG was good, Twitch was good, YouTube was good, LinkedIn was good, Facebook, YouTube was goody, was goody. We're going to get right into it, the step-by-step process on how to wholesale six to seven figures with little to no money and absolutely none of your own credit, without a license, virtually. Let's get to it right after this intro.
We made it, that's facts, ayy. We the greatest, that's facts, ayy. Prices raising, that's facts, ayy. That's right. But we paid it, that's facts, ayy. I did. They hate it, that's facts, ayy. Cause we changing, that's facts, ayy. We did. Can't blame them, that's facts, ayy. Cause we made it, that's facts, ayy. Cherry on top, that's a goat, yeah. Where you been, I wanna know, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. I know you wanna look up for this. Baby, let me turn you up a bit. You said you made it through hell and back. Give me the scoop, baby, tell the facts. Gonna be fine.
What's good, y'all? We're gonna get right to it. Like I said, no fluff. How in the world do you generate not only one deal, but multiple deals per month? How do you get to the not only six figure, but the multiple six figure range? But here's the key, with predictability. All right, let's get right to it. All right, so the question is, how would you like to wholesale multiple closed and funded deals every single month on demand with predictability right out the gate like a boss? All right, this is what we call accelerated wholesaling. All right, and this is a phrase that I personally coined in the Superhuman campaign, because what I found is that why do we say wholesaling, by the way, accelerated wholesaling? Because what I find is that wholesaling real estate is not designed to be a slow process. All right, wholesaling real estate is supposed to be speedy, it's supposed to be quick, it's supposed to be swift, and that's why we call it accelerated. In fact, before we get into it, I'm reminded of a quote by Dr. Stephen Covey. This is the gentleman who wrote the book, uh, um, The Speed of Trust. All right, his father was the one who wrote the book, The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. And notice what he says. This man is an individual world renowned for his business savvy. And he says, we no longer live in a society where the big fish eat the small fish. We live in a society where the fast fish eat the slow fish. All right, and that's what wholesaling is about. It's about speed. However, for most wholesalers, wholesaling is not fast. In fact, they're incredibly slow about getting their deals. And because of this, it leads to a lot of frustration and a whole lot of money wasted down the drain, and in the form of deals getting contracted that can't get sold. You know, deals that do get contracted, but they fall out, or you know, getting on the phone with sellers, and instead of making the offer on the same phone call, because they're doing all of these calls and all of these steps, and let me call you back and do my due diligence, by the time they call the seller back, the seller either A, doesn't answer, or B, has sold to somebody like me. And why? Because they're slow to get to the deal. And wholesaling is designed to be quick and speedy. In fact, what we see with a lot of wholesalers is what we refer to as the seesaw effect. What I mean by that, what I mean by the seesaw effect is they start off with a heavy marketing campaign, zealous and enthusiastic. They begin generating loads of leads, which is amazing. And then they start converting those leads into contracts. So contracts start coming in, and then all of a sudden, what happens? Fear sets in, like, oh, snap. I need to sell these deals. So what they do is they focus all of their attention now on the deals in their pipeline that need to get sold. And those deals start getting sold. They start clearing title, and they start making it to closing and funding, and they start making money, and money starts hitting their bank account, which is amazing. But then terror hits. Why? Because they're like, yo, I have no more contracts to sell. I have no more product. And the process starts all over again in a perpetual cycle that we call the seesaw effect. So they start all over with marketing again, generating leads, contracts, right? It's an incredibly frustrating cycle to be in. And believe me, the reason why I can speak so passionately about it, y'all, is because I myself have found myself in the seesaw effect before. All right. And sadly, most wholesalers end up creating a self imposed rat race for themselves in a business that they created to exit the rat race. So while money might be coming in and sometimes a lot of it, the business is simply going up and down as opposed to progressing and moving forward. So only wholesalers with a predictable system for attracting motivated sellers can say, I run an accelerated wholesaling model. By the way, what does it mean, accelerated wholesaling? For those of you that are just tuning in, accelerated wholesaling is the ability to generate six figures or more in 12 months or less with predictability. All right. So I'm going to repeat this again. Only wholesalers with a predictable system for attracting motivated sellers can say they have an accelerated wholesaling model. And these just so happen to be the highest income earners in the game. All right. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Aaron Bevins, and I have a predictable system to generate multiple closed and funded deals a month on demand with predictability. And today, what I'm going to be going over with you, and this is the reason why we do these lives and these trainings, is because I want you guys making money. I want you guys going out here, and we do this for free because we want you guys to go out and make money so that you can afford to work with somebody like me. Because my objective for individuals that come work with me on a coaching one-on-one basis is for the purpose of taking their multiple six-figure business and scaling it to that seven-figure plus arena. All right, so here's what I'm going to be going over with you today. Number one, the biggest mistakes that most wholesalers are making when it comes to closing deals consistently. The second thing, we're going to go over the two things that multiple six-figure and seven-figure wholesalers have that the strugglers don't have. Jumping Jag says, do you do JV deals? Absolutely, we do JV deals. And then finally, I'm going to go over with you the simple four-step system to generating contracts and deals and how you can put this to work starting right now. All right. So this is the same system, the same process that took me from $0 in 2017 to $500,000 in gross revenue in my first full year wholesaling real estate. It's the same process that Yolanda B used, Paul Logston, Bryson Duvall, Joseph Frangos, Michael and Jerry Lane and Pearson, Jamie Duncan, Tony Romero, Juan Bustos, Sam Hopkins, Usama Muhammad, Rio Bags, my brother Andre B. They've all utilized this same system. I've had the opportunity to work with and around all of these people, including hundreds and hundreds of more people who have hit six figures, multiple six figures, seven figures plus, utilizing the system that I'm going to be going over with you. All right. I've had the opportunity to work with and speak in front of thousands of people. These are all people who I've been able to impact and be around. They've become not only mentees and friends, but my brothers. They've become my sisters. And now many of these individuals that you see are now running their own communities and building other businesses and doing incredible things with the lives that they're creating and leading their families and creating a new trajectory for their families. And it's a really beautiful thing. With that said, let's go over some of these highlights, man, before we get into the nuts and bolts. Michael Lane and Jerry Pearson, these guys did over 300,000 in their first year. They became partners and immediately took action. They had never hit six figures wholesaling real estate, and now they're building a team and leading the community. I don't even know if they're wholesaling anymore. I want to say these guys are like crushing it. What you see in their handhold, this was our first Superhuman Growth Gala. And what you see, I wish I could zoom in on this. What you see here is the Superhuman of the Year award. And basically they got this for generating the most amount of money in the fastest amount of time. And this was in 2020. Absolutely incredible. I'm so proud of them for what they've done. This is Sam Hopkins. This was actually a typo. It was actually 22 years old. He hit his first six-figure month in his first 12 months working with me, and he did 1.1 million dollars in gross revenue, and multiple six, seven figures last year, and this year he's going to be doing even more than that. He's building a beautiful team virtually, and now he's using his business profits to invest in multifamily properties. He's doing some really incredible strategies right now with novations and other incredible things impacting the community and his team in a major way. All right. My guy Antonio Romero, he hit $500,000 in his first year. All right, before turning 21, by the way. Now he's mentoring others to do the same. He's opened up multiple other companies with his wholesaling profits and is just absolutely crushing the game. All right. So to create this predictable deal closing system, all right, we got to talk about what this looks like, right? The reason why I shared with you some of those testimonies is because I want you to know that I'm not just capping. I'm not just sharing with you information that I read in some book or saw in some podcast. Like, I have been leading the way in this industry, in this community for years now, not only for myself, but for others to be able to close these types of numbers and have this sort of success. What does it look like? Well, number one, this system targets motivated sellers that are already ready to sell. All right. You can work with a flexible budget, and it's based on tried and tested results. Now, in wholesaling real estate, I'm sure you've noticed that people fall into one of two categories. Number one, you got the strugglers. And these are people who they make some money sometimes, but no money most of the time, or they spend way too much time making far too little money. This is the vast majority of people. This is the bottom 90%. This is the bottom 90% of wholesalers who honestly would probably be better off, working a 9 to 5. I'm just going to be all the way 100 with you. Now, here's the cool thing about it. A lot of us sometimes get a little bit frustrated because we say, man, this is way too, wholesaling is way too saturated. There's too much competition. And I'm here to tell you that competition is a facade. It's not really competition at all. In fact, most of the people who claim to be wholesaling are not making any money at all. Then you have number two. Category number two. These are what we refer to as the rainmakers. These are people who are absolutely crushing. They're making more and more money. They're building wealth and they're spending less time doing it. All right. This is the top 10% of wholesalers. And it's absolutely incredible to see what they're doing in business because these are the individuals that you see online who are making money. They are impacting their family tree. They're doing incredible things and they're very loud about it. That's why a lot of times we say, man, there's so much competition out here. No, it's not that there's a lot of competition. It's just that the ones who are doing it big are being loud about it. And so it makes it seem as though there's a lot more competition than there really is. All right. Now, what is it that allows some wholesalers to make hundreds of thousands of dollars and even seven figures while others make less than they could in a full-time job and they struggle to pay rent? Well, after talking to hundreds of wholesalers and being in this industry for years, I've realized that the rainmakers have two things in their business, y'all, while the strugglers only have one of the two, and most of the time they have neither. As a matter of fact, if you have both of these things present in your wholesaling business, it becomes easier and predictable to make six figures or more per year. And the best way I can describe this to you is with the story about how McDonald's became a behemoth billion-dollar company. Now, I know what you might be thinking, Aaron, what does McDonald's have to do with wholesaling real estate? You're making me hungry. Well, let me get to it. Back in the 1940s, hear me out, drive-in diners were the next biggest thing. and everyone was opening a drive-in diner left and right. It was like a Starbucks showing up left and right. And the model was interesting, right? This is what it looked like. You would literally park your car under a you know in the establishment, and it's not like a Sonic or a drive-in diner of today. We're talking full course meals were served at these drive-in diners. Back in the 40s and 50s, I mean, we're talking steak and potatoes, spaghetti, warm meals were being served, but there was inherent problems with this business model. All right? Fundamental flaw to this business model. Let me take myself off the screen so y'all can see this. Um, the customers that were attracted to this model were less than ideal. These were the kids that were skipping school, the degenerates. The service was incredibly slow, often delivering the wrong orders and cold food. There was super high overhead due to large staff, broken dishes, and large menu options. It just was not a successful model. And this is what we can liken to in regards to wholesaling, the strugglers model. The McDonald brothers, they took a different approach. All right. While the rest of the world was obsessing over the new fad, the McDonald's brothers were obsessing over finding the most efficient way to give their customers what they wanted fast and predictably every single time. And what they did was they first focused on the step by step process of their operation and they mastered it. And once this operation was built and perfected, then it could be franchised and eventually grow to create a new niche called fast food. Now, the McDonald's, that brand is worth $100 billion. I think it's even more now. All right. Now, I want to pause for a moment and let this point really sink in because it's almost the exact opposite of what everybody else out there is feeding you guys. Today, in the wholesaling space and real estate industry in general, we're repeating the drive-in diner mistake, right? And people are again, they're following the fads of the day rather than obsessing over what really matters, which is what? The fastest way to give our customers what they really want, predictably every single time. In fact, most wholesalers don't even know who their customers are, right? Which is our buyers, our investors, right? And that's what really matters. How do we give our buyers, our investors, what they want with predictability every single time, right? Most wholesalers obsess and go nuts over what list to pull, what marketing channels to hit, when in reality, they're basically creating a rat race for themselves and they're repeating the same patterns that have killed off many businesses before us, kind of like the old drive-in diner method that was here, it was popular for a while, and then it died off. All right. So, what are the two things that separated McDonald's from every other dead drive-in? It was two things: systems and leadership. Systems and leadership. Systems and leadership, $1 billion, $100 billion business. No systems, no leadership, graveyard of business. All right. What's the point? If you don't have a system or leadership in your business, then you don't really have a business at all. So let's break this down. What do we mean by system? Well, what we refer to as a system is a step-by-step process for how you do any task in your business. And this doesn't have to be rocket science, right? It's just simply breaking down and understanding the step-by-step process for how you do any task in your business. And leadership, the way we define this is it's the ability to source, hire, and retain employees and or associates in your business, around your business, who work the business systems for you. So these are the two X factors that all multi six figure, seven figure wholesaling businesses have in common. Now, the funny thing is, these are the things that you're hardly going to hear about on the podcast or YouTube videos. And the reason why is because it's not really the fun, sexy, exciting stuff. In fact, it's the painstaking, it's the the difficult, tedious, boring stuff. And so you won't see it make it to the headlines, right? But These are the behind the scenes things that make some of the biggest difference. All right. Now, let's get down to business, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can create a predictable system for closing deals in your wholesaling business today. All right. Now, there's only two things that matter. All right. Number one, generating leads in your business. And number two, it's making offers on those leads that you generate. So if you're not making the money you want to in your wholesaling business right now, then I have a question for you. Number one, how many leads have come into your database in the last 7 days? And number two, how many offers have you made in the last 7 days? I'm telling you right now, if you don't have a number that comes to your head right off the bat, or a number that you can go refer to in a database or in your KPI sheet, I'm telling you right now that it's going to be incredibly difficult for you to scale your business, or even know where the bottlenecks in your business are, because these are the two fundamental things that matter. How many leads came in your database in the last 7 days, and how many offers went out of your database in the last 7 days? Honestly, in the wholesaling business, it's super easy to get distracted by all the new shiny objects, the new fads that come and go, but fundamentals will never change. How many leads came in and how many offers went out? I'm literally giving y'all the sauce right now, y'all. All right. Now, the raw, honest truth is that generating leads and making offers are the only two things that matter, especially in the beginning, whenever we're running this business. All right. The rainmakers, the top 10% of wholesalers, they have a predictable system for generating leads and making offers, and they know and track these metrics daily, even obsessively, because it works. All right. The two key metrics: how many leads are coming in daily, how many offers are going out daily. Notice how I keep throwing this out there. All right. I keep throwing this out there. And the reason why is because I want you taking this free training that I'm giving you and going out and focusing on what you need to in order for you to be making money. All right. These are what I call behaviors. If we obsess over these two things and track them, then we can literally begin predicting our contracts, predicting our closings, and ultimately we can begin predicting your revenue. Now, am I saying that this is going to be, magic? No, I have a team myself, and for my team, there's turbulence, especially relaunching. We have scaled our company to 7 figures. And then after scaling that company, we had a brief merger and we lost money for an entire year. And now we're back, scaling our business again, because wholesaling is something that I absolutely love. It's something that I believe in this business. So it doesn't mean that there's not going to be any turbulence in your business, but I'm telling you, you can still do this with predictability. I'm living proof, and many of my mentees and community members are living proof that you can do this with predictability if you follow the process and system. Here's how most wholesalers feel though. Like they're banging their head against their laptop. you know they have questions about, what am I supposed to be doing? And the reason why is because they have so many options. Like, you see the so many question marks that are around this box head right here, right? There's so many. What marketing do I choose? What list should I work with? What vendor should I use? What skip tracing? Should I go PPC? Should I go outbound marketing? What market should I choose? What script should I be using? There's so many questions that people have, and so basically they end up not doing anything because of analysis paralysis. Whereas the way business should look is there's a predictable amount of spending that leads to a predictable amount of leads and offers that leads to a predictable amount of revenue. This is what business should look like. And it starts with a focused and relentless marketing campaign. On who? On people in your area, or your targeted area, who are most likely willing to sell their property for much less than retail value. The way we do this is by strategically choosing our geographic farm. And then by building a laser focused list of motivated sellers. Now, here's the thing about it. Even though this is the easy stuff, most people learn first. I want you to remember it's also the first step. That means this is the foundation. So if we mess this part up, then we can't build a predictable process. And so the rest of our strategies end up not working. And that's the reason why our strategies here are of utmost importance. So I know this might sound incredibly fundamental, but this right here is where a lot of people mess up and then they wonder why the rest of their business isn't working. All right? Now, once we've accomplished this first step, then we put our motivated sellers list through the marketing funnel. All right? So we have the list, we put them through the marketing. Now, in the beginning, most rainmaker wholesalers, they use an aggressive outbound marketing strategy, such as cold calling, door knocking. Uh, um, Sometimes they'll use sticky notes. All right, and they ensure these lists are hit over and over again to extract all the juice from the fruit. And you want every lead you can possibly get from these lists that you have. All right. And the result of executing this first step correctly is you'll have predictable lead flow coming in daily. Now, I want y'all to take note of this. Your first benchmark is to get between 2 to 5 leads coming in daily minimum. Take note of this. Screenshot this, y'all. 2 to 5 leads coming in daily minimum. This is the lifeblood of your wholesaling business. And when this starts happening, this is when you can have your Frankenstein moment. Y'all know in Frankenstein, whenever Dr. Frankenstein, he says, it's alive, right? Like once you have leads coming into your business daily with predictability, you could say, man, my business is alive. My wholesaling business is coming to life. Now, at this point, you've officially started the process for what I called earlier accelerated wholesaling. And that's the ability to predictably generate 6 figures or more in your wholesaling business in 12 months or less. All right. Now, to execute this predictable client system correctly, you need to get these 4 things in alignment. Screenshot this, take note of this. I call this cracking the code. All right. Number one, your message got to be on point, and that's called a script. And I know it's a lot of gurus out here talking about you don't need a script because a script would just make you sound scripted. I call BS on all those gurus. You could tell them to come box me. You need a script. You know, these same people that are saying that you don't need a script when wholesaling real estate are the same people who are not scaling their businesses. But Aaron, they're such good closers, but they're still closing in their business because they don't have a script and it's not scalable. And that's why they're still closing in their business. You see what I'm saying? So that's number one. That's the message. Number two is the offer presentation. Nobody talks about this stuff. Your there's a whole book right now by Alex Hormozy called $100 million offers. And the entire book is discussing how to make good quality offers. There's a gentleman by the name of Myron Golden who's running a whole multi 6 figure campaign called, it's actually a 7 figure campaign called Make More Offers. It's not even wholesaling real estate, it's fundamental to business, what I'm talking about here, y'all. It's fundamental to business, what I'm talking about here. Number three is the follow-up sequence. Guys, 80% of your business will come from your follow-up. That means out of every $100,000 that you generate, $80,000 will come from your business. I'm sorry, that will come from follow-up. Let's run the math on that. Let's say your objective is $500,000. If your objective is $500,000, you got to get follow-up, right? Because 400,000 of that $500,000 is going to come between touches 8 and 15. And then number four, we need a referral system. Why a referral system? Again, nobody talks about this. Guys, do you know that every one Fortune 100 to Fortune 500 company, every single one, listen to what I'm saying, every single one has a referral system. So who are we to think that we shouldn't have one? But the biggest fallacy and the biggest misconception is, Aaron, I don't need a referral system. I'm too small to have a referral system. No, it's the opposite. You're small probably because you don't have a referral system. You see what I'm saying? And here's the thing about it. Once we unlock this code, once you unlock this code, then you can begin to see results like some of the amazing people I've had the privilege to help along in their journey. People like Paul Logston. He hit over $100,000 in 12 months. Actually, it was like 9 months. He hit his first $100,000. He was 26 years old. He had no prior real estate experience. He's become a community leader, an influencer. He's now helping other people to hit 6 and 7 figures in their business. Bryson Duval, we call him the St. Louis Don. He hit 6 figures in less than a year, and he just, I mean, he's hit his multiple. Hit 6 figure months already. 25 years old when he did this. He was working a full-time job. I remember whenever I was working with him in the beginning of his career, his stomach was in knots when he was thinking about quitting his job. And now he's a well-known player in St. Louis, and he's helping the community at large. It's absolutely beautiful to see. Yolanda Brockinson. She went from homeless to rehabbing her own custom house, utilizing the strategies we're talking about. She has 3 sons. She's very involved in their lives. She was a single mom whenever she joined the community. Now she co-owns a 9-unit complex, building a multifaceted real estate team in the DMV. I could go on and on and on. But here's the thing, you have to have the right system in place to do it the right way and get these type of results. Now, could do it the hard way. Here's what I mean by the hard way. Remember, we just talked about the 4-step system that it takes in order to generate these types of revenues with predictability. Did you know? Watch this, y'all. This is so crazy right here. Did you know with a 4-digit combination, there are over 10,000 different combinations you could make with just one 4-digit combination? Now, you could try to crack the 4-digit code on your own, and who knows, maybe you're able to unlock it in a year, maybe 2, or probably never. Or you could unlock the code the smart way. You can just get the code to unlock it and get the results in your business immediately. Now, by now, you're probably wondering, okay, how do I get a predictable system in my business to generate leads and deals more and more and generate more money every single month? Well, this is for number one, generating leads, more leads in your business daily. This is for increasing your assignment fees. This is for reducing your workload over time as you grow. And this is for attracting more high paying customers. By the way, who are our customers in a wholesaling business? It's our buyers, it's our investors. Because right now, I'm looking for more dream clients. I'm looking for more members of the superhuman community. All right, I'm looking for more people that I can help take their business to 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, 7 figures. I'm looking to help people hit their first 6 figure, their first 6 figures, period. Their first 6 figure month, their first 6 figure week, their first 6 figure day, their first 6 figure deal. All right, and I would love to work with you in a marketing strategy session, which is free, by the way, if you meet the criteria below. If you want more red hot leads who are ready to buy now and they don't penny pinch, they don't delay decision making. I want to work with people who want to improve their sales conversion and get more people to decide on the call. One call closes instead of staying in that awkward limbo state. And I want to work with people who want to dramatically increase their assignment fees and build a predictable revenue generating business. And here's how the process works. We're going to focus on a specific and custom strategy to solve the 2 biggest challenges most wholesalers have, which is number one, predictable lead generation system. You need to generate more leads. I'm telling you, most people are not making the money that they want just because they're not generating more leads. And then number two, we're going to focus on predictable conversion, a process that will allow you to generate these leads, generate these contracts and conversion with predictability. Now, this marketing strategy call is going to be about 30 minutes, and you'll be speaking with me personally. And I'll be helping you identify what you've already got and helping you put together a strategy to help you dramatically grow your business without increasing the amount of time you're spending in your business as it grows. Now, who's this for? Number one, wholesalers who are actively in business and ready to do deals now. For people who are absolutely starving for self improvement and growth. People who know they can crush it wholesaling and believe they can dominate their marketplace and make a high 6 figure and 7 figure income. I'm looking for people who truly love others and value results over everything else. And people who understand that they need to have some skin in the game and understand that they need to invest money in order to take their business to the next level. Now, who's this not for? This is not for anyone who's indecisive about whether or not wholesaling works, or people who make excuses or complain. Um, you know, business is already war. And so if this is your mindset, that this is probably not for you. Individuals who are stuck in information gathering mode and are not prepared to take action repeatedly and get results. This is not for those who are not committed to growing their business by 6 figures um, minimum each year. And this is not for individuals who shy away from accountability and are overly sensitive, honest, loving feedback. So knowing if we're a good fit is crucial because I like to get my clients results. Community members, I like to get them results. And this is why you see so many testimonies and me interviewing people and sharing people who, the results of people who win. I like to win. I like to get people results. And that means that getting them an ROI as soon as possible is my priority. And the truth is, there's some people that I can't help. And if that's the case, I'll be 100% upfront with you and recommend someone else or perhaps some sort of alternative because I'm only looking for those who are a good fit, who I'm certain that I can get results for. And the first step is I want you to do this. All right. If you're interested in generate and in doing a free strategy session with me, all right, then I want you to comment me, ME, in the comment section. And what I'm going to do is I'll have me and my team reach out to you. We'll set up a free strategy session with you. The strategy sessions are normally 30 to 45 minutes. And on these calls, basically what we do is we go over what you have going on. All right. And we're going to see if we're a good fit, if we can actually help you. Now, if we can't, then what we'll do is we'll let you know you're still going to walk away with some strategy. All right. You're still going to have the opportunity to talk with either me or Leo, my head consultant, and you're going to walk away with a whole lot of value. All right. So there's no pressure or anything like that if it doesn't make sense for us to work together. But if we are a good fit, we'll let you know what we have to offer and what that looks like, and then we can go ahead and start off with what's called a launch call. We'll schedule our first launch call. And a launch call basically is where we'll take 60 to 90 minutes, and I will personally, one-on-one, walk you through a, a uh, custom business plan for you personally. All right. And then I'm personally going to hold you accountable for the metrics and the custom business plan that I help you build in the business. All right. This is my passion. This is my excitement. I love doing this. I love working with people. I've been doing this for a long, long time, and since about 2019, 2020, and we really want to take this to the next level. And I'm looking for more people that I can work with to build our community. And here's why: we have $100 million vision. And that $100 million vision, basically what it looks like is we are looking to create $100 million boardroom. In other words, my objective, our community objective in the Superhuman campaign is to help 100 wholesalers achieve 7 figure revenues in 12 months or less with predictability. We've already helped we've already helped 13 people hit 7 figures, okay? So, if you want a free strategy session where we can offer you some value, point you in the right direction, and see if we're a good fit, All right, comment me in the comment section, and me and my team will reach out to you. We'll give you a Calendly link where you can hop on a call with us. We can point you in the right direction. We can see if we're a good fit. We can help you take your business to the next level. I love you guys. And by the way, even if this is not a good fit, even if you're like, man, Aaron, this was dope. You provided a lot of value. Thank you for giving me the metrics that I need. Thank you for pointing me in the right direction. Beautiful. That's why we give so much free content. That's why we give so much free value, because we want people. I wish that I had people giving as much free content as there's available today when I first got started, because Lord knows I was busted. I was confused. I had no idea what marketing strategy to choose, what list to hit. I had no idea what script to use, what market to start in. Should I be virtual? Should I be, I had no idea. And so that's why we just want to give back, because I know that if we help enough people get everything that they need, I know that me and my team will get everything that we want, right? It's called enlightened selfishness. All right. And I'd recommend that you try it yourself, because it absolutely works. With that said, I would love to work with you guys. I'm looking for more dream clients and community members to work with. Comment me in the comment section. Me and my team will reach out to you and let you know how you can get locked in on a free strategy session with me and my team, so we can point you in the right direction and take your business to the next level. All right. Until next time, guys, I want you to have an incredible rest of the week. Drive safe, love all your loved ones, brush your teeth, and for God's sakes, don't slap nobody. Till next time, let's get it.
We made it, that's facts, ayy. We the greatest, that's facts, ayy. Prices raising, that's facts, ayy. That's right. But we paid it, that's facts, ayy. They hate it, that's facts, ayy. Cause we changing, that's facts, ayy. We did. Can't blame them, that's facts, ayy. Cause we made it, that's facts, ayy. Cherry on top, that's a goat, yeah. Where you been, I wanna know, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. Greatest story ever told, yeah. I know you wanna look up for this. Baby, let me turn you up a bit. You said you made it through hell and back. Give me the scoop, baby, tell the facts. Gonna be fine.